Hello and welcome to Naxos this time. We have arrived yesterday already, and this morning we strolled around a little bit in the village of Naxos. There are beautiful little fish shops where the locals buy their fish, and I tried to get a haircut this morning, but we found a hairdresser, and when I observed the guy I didn't really trust him, so we were looking for another one, and tonight I will get my haircut. And last night already we met some followers of us, and we had a beautiful cocktail overlooking the harbour, and this morning we had another coffee with another follower. Really cool to meet you guys. So if you're ever around, you always see on Instagram where we are, just contact us. We are always up for coffee or a drink. And on Naxos we are actually only 4 days, so very short time. We were thinking maybe we are not going to do a vlog, but we promised you to make a vlog from each island. And today it's already 2 o'clock. We are going to drive to the old villages in the center of the island, and then maybe later we're going to explore a little bit also the beaches. Let's see how much time is left. So let's start exploring Naxos. We are in the car now from the city of Naxos, where actually our guest house is also located, to Halki, which is a mountain village in the center of Naxos. Marty's driving. We rented a car already yesterday, and
Marty's eating salmiak.
And he's eating lakritz.
I love it.
The travel book says if you don't visit Halki, it's a crime. So
we visit Halki.
Let's go there so we don't have to go to jail.
Naxos is actually the largest of the Cycladic Islands. It is also the most fertile, has a lot of olives. They do olive oil, they plant crops, they have citrus fruits, and they have wine, of course, here. And this is also the place where Theseus left Ariadne behind after saving her from the labyrinths of Creta. And Ariadne hooked up with Dionysus, which is the island's favorite saint, and Dionysus is also the god of wine and ecstasy. And that's why they say that the Naxonian wine or Naxian wine is very good for heartbreak. So if your heart is broken, come to Naxos and drink the wine.
When you're in Halki, you should go to Fish and Olive, which is a pottery, or maybe a little bit also an art gallery. And there are two artists. One is doing pottery with fish, and one is doing pottery with olives, or art with olives. So this is a beautiful place to visit. So in Halki you can see still craftsmanship, and this is Penelope. She's making fabric here, weaving, and it's really beautiful. I just bought something, first souvenir actually after 1.5 years I bought for our table in the summer house. Look at these beautiful old olive trees, probably thousands of years old. Just amazing. They're all over here in the landscape. It is so nice to see.
Near the village of Halki there is an 11th century Byzantine church of Georgios, St. George, and it's in the middle of amazing olive groves. There's a lot of olive trees here, and you can imagine how old these thick olive trees are. they look like they've been here for thousands of years.
Now we are on our way from Halki nach Apiranthos, and below you can see Philoti, and you have a beautiful view here from this viewpoint over Naxos. You see all the green little olive groves, and there's a beautiful church towering on that rock. And behind you can see the island of Paros. We are now in the church of Panagia at the entrance of Apiranthos, and actually the altar here is completely built from marble. It's amazing, and marble it's a very important product here in Naxos. They still mine it today, and the streets of this village are also made with marble. I will show you that later. So, oi oi oi. I think this donkey has a serious problem for some reason. But I wanted to show you actually that the streets are paved here with marble, and it's amazing. And in the village and in the old streets here you have a lot of tavernas, which are beautiful, restorated or original. Look at this one, for example, and they all have terraces where you can overlook the valley. And also in the construction of the houses, for example here for the balconies, they used marble, because it was probably a very cheap material here to build the houses, and they had plenty of it.
And this is a place where you have to come for an afternoon, like a whole afternoon, to stroll in the streets and have a late lunch on one of these terraces and drink something. It's really, really great. After Apiranthos, we are back in Hora Naxos, and Fridtjof is getting, guess what? A haircut. It's time for that, and we are doing it this time in Naxos. And this time we chose the Old Town barbershop, which is located in the center of the old Hora of Naxos. So haircut is done.
If you ever come to Naxos, you have to go to the Old Town barber. He did such a fantastic job, I think at least, and he's really friendly and very precise. And now we are heading to the one and only super site in Naxos, the Portara of Naxos, which is especially good for sunset. So for all those of you who are following us for a longer time already, know that we also show the bad side of the tourism and of the civilization, and you can see all this plastic garbage here, also in the harbor. Plastic all over. It's not really nice. Here we are at the Portara of Naxos, which is actually on a peninsula in front of Naxos town. And you can see the gate, which was originally built as the entrance to the Apollo temple, which was supposed to be built here but was never finished. It was built around 530 years before Christ, and it has a height of 5.95 meters and a width of 3.95 meters, and each part, left and right, a single part of marble, is around 20 tons heavy. Can you imagine? And they transported the marble from a mine 10 kilometers away from here to this place of the island to build this gate. And they're still in the mine where they harvested the marble. or where they cut the marble, there's still a piece left which is 7 meters 65 long and almost 25 tons heavy, and this was supposed to be on top of the gate was originally supposed to be wider. There was just a really rude tourist behind Marty who kicked him away. Stupid vlogging people on the island. Anyway, and it's a good idea to come here during the sunset, because then the colors of the sun and the marble gives a really nice impression. Now we're enjoying the sunset here behind the Portara of Naxos, and actually, you know, when you buy a ticket from Hellenic Seaways or Blue Star Ferries
or Cyclades
or
or whatever,
Cyclades, you just buy your ticket online and then you get a reservation number, and then you have to go to the port on the islands and get your ticket printed,
Yeah,
which is
boarding pass.
like a boarding pass on the airline.
Yeah.
And this is also fine for us, no problem. And the last 10 years it worked perfect. But since this year, what are they doing? They're charging you €1 per boarding card, which you're printing out. So each time we change the island or we take the ferry boat, we have to pay €2 just to get a piece of paper. And I think Hellenic Seaways and
Hellenic Seaways and Cyclades, they offer the boarding pass online. You get a wallet, like on
Yeah,
an airline,
like
like
a
on
barcode.
EasyJet or any airline. You get your boarding pass on your mobile. But those are the two only that offer it. And Blue Star ferries or Golden Star ferries or whatever ferries there are,
They
don't
cannot
have
do it.
that yet.
really bad.
So you have no choice. You have to get your boarding pass printed, and you have to pay for it.
And we asked
And
actually
without boarding pass, you cannot get on board.
No, we asked actually the guy in the ticket office, we say, why do we have to pay? We never had to pay the last 10 years. And actually even now on some islands we didn't have to pay. And he's just leaning back and say, yes, but now you have to pay. So they're like a little bit like a ticket mafia.
And of course, I mean, on EasyJet, you also have to pay for your boarding pass if you get it at the airport, but you have at least a choice to get an electronic boarding pass.
Or to print it at home.
Yeah, but here you cannot.
Yeah. Okay, so let's close this vlog today. First day of Naxos. Beautiful island, big island. When you come
So
here,
green.
plan enough time to see everything. And we are closing the vlog because we want to make it short, and tomorrow we're gonna make you another vlog with then beach life and other sites from Naxos. Thank you very much for watching this episode from Naxos, and see you soon again in Naxos. Safe travels always. Bye bye.
Bye.